It's a problem that worsens with each crashing wave. McNeill Bay is slowly washing away. The city of Oak Bay says it could be decades until sidewalks or even roads are compromised if nothing is done. But CTV News has learned the wheels are already in motion for a plan to protect Oak Bay's shoreline. Joe Perkins has been following the story and joins us live. Joe?
Andrew, there is a roughly 200-meter section of coastal land in McNeill Bay that is completely unprotected. If it stays that way, it could be gone within the next decade. But both the outgoing mayor and the mayor-elect say that won't happen.
This is the area of the embankment that doesn't have the seawall protecting it.
It's an area that is cause for concern.
If it was not attended to, the first thing you would lose would be the sidewalk.
McNeill Bay used to look like this. Now it's falling apart.
There's heavy pedestrian access, bicycle access, vehicle access.
All of it can be found along Beach Drive, just a stone's throw from a bank that is being slowly chipped away.
We have a potential liability, as any waterfront community does. It's happened in the past. It's happened at Willows. It's happened at McNeill Bay.
The hope is it doesn't happen again, but for that to happen, action needs to be taken soon.
Because some of these erosion and failures of the banks can cost in the millions of dollars, and for a small community, that's a big hit. So we've got to start planning for it now.
To give you an idea of how close that eroded bank is to the sidewalk now, where I'm standing here, I'm about 1.5 meters away from the bank. Over the next 12 to 38 years, experts predict that bank will have reached its way to about here, about 1.5 meters from the sidewalk. It's about 2 meters from where it is now.
The district has received a report laying out its options, including directions to monitor the problem now. Over the next 5 years, the district hopes to have a plan in place. Estimated costs for the project are already being pegged in the $1 million range.
It'll be part of the tax levy, but you know, if we start saving now, you know, it's not going to have a large impact on the, if we're putting $20,000, $30,000 or $40,000 a year aside, it's going to have a lot less impact, and all of a sudden, faced with $1 million bill.
The money will take some time to save. Time nearby homeowners are watching count down.
I have seen the earth disappear over the years. We've been here 38 years, and I have seen a big change.
Markers will be going up soon to monitor the ongoing erosion, a process that will continue for the next decade. Now, as the district begins to monitor that erosion, it will also be deciding on what plan of attack it wants to take. That report that you saw in that story laid out a few options for the district to consider. Those include building a type of seawall. There is also the possibility of putting in riprap, similar to what's used in flooding situations. The third option is kind of neat. It's a type of anti-erosion spray that can be actually sprayed on land to protect it. So those are the three routes that are being looked at. And as far as when Oak Bay could see something built, that's a long ways away, Andrew. The good news for Oak Bay, though, planning has begun.
Never want to leave it to the last, do you?
No, you don't.
Thanks, Joe.